Hello, Potato. It's time for some LEGO blind boxes. It's blind boxes. It's LEGO. It's LEGO blind boxes. It is LEGO Collectible Minifigures Series 25. These came out back on January the 1st of 2024. And we have here a box containing 6 of the 12. But don't worry, I have a second box hopefully containing the other 6 of the 12. Or if we're particularly unlucky, the same 6 over again. Or if they decided to change the way they do these boxes, just some random assortment with some dupes and some not. So the figures are once again in these like horrible little boxes instead of the little foil bags, which is unfortunate. I know it's supposed to save on landfill and it's supposed to be more biodegradable and so it's better for the environment, and that is a good thing, but it also is annoying if we don't get all of them here. Once again, I have bought multiple boxes in the hopes, because the last few series of these collectible minifigures, if you bought 2 boxes at the same time, I found the hard way what happens if you buy them separately. If you buy 2 boxes at the same time, you would get the full collection. Of course, alternately, you can buy a full display box, which I think has 3 full sets in it, but then you have to have friends and stuff you can sell them off to or something. So that's, a problem. But this method did work with the Marvel ones that came out towards the end of last year, and it seems to have worked even before that with the foil wrapped ones for Disney 100, the original Marvel Studios ones. So I'm hoping that'll be the case again. But if it's not, I have found information online. I found posts online about there being another way to tell what's in the boxes, because the boxes are, you can't fondle them. You can't do the old foil packs. You could fondle and feel for the pieces and figure out what was inside of it with a pretty good level of accuracy. But the new ones, of course, you can't do that. I've seen people use those earwax cameras to kind of poke in the here and see inside, but I feel like doing that in a store is going to be kind of rude. But apparently the QR code here on it does actually work. Although I feel like I read that if the small ones don't work, which I feel like that is probably a small one. Do we have, are they all like that? Because I wanted to test that out to see if we could accurately identify what's in them, but they all seem to have what I'm assuming is the small QR code. Let me see if my camera will actually read that code. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to read that. So that unfortunately is going to put the kibosh on that whole idea, because yeah, the numbers I have all begin with 647 and this begins with 648. Yeah, I saw something about there being 2 different size QR codes. So I'm thinking this may just be the smaller one. Because yeah, the phone doesn't seem to even recognize that as a QR code. Maybe if I snap, it recognizes something is there, but it doesn't seem to recognize that it's a QR code. Okay, I have an old app that's just for reading QR codes. Let's see if that does anything for us. Problem being that the QR code is too small. Oh, wait, the zoom mode's on here. Let's try. All right. I can't get it close enough to the camera without it going blurry. It can't, the camera just can't seem to focus on it that close. So I feel like we are not successfully going to be able to check that in this video, which is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to do that. But we can open them, and hopefully we will get all 12 between these 2 boxes. But I think we learned last time with the Marvel ones that this didn't seem to mean anything. You'd think it would. I'm gonna have to do some research into it, but hopefully we're gonna have the whole collection here and it won't matter for this time. But I think the QR code thing will be more important in the shops. Like if I don't get them all, then I'll have to like use that QR code thing in the store. Let's adjust the camera. I think we're gonna have a little trouble building these if I don't. There we go. That's better. All right, so looking at what we have here, I definitely want the Film Noir Detective. I am planning to build a Natural History Museum soon. A little dinosaur person there will go nicely with that. Pet groomer could always go in the old pet shop. And then we just have kind of like the weird people in costumes things. I don't really do fantasy stuff, but I do like the fantasy characters. And I have no idea what that looks like. A great value brand supervillain. All right, well, let's start opening them. And hopefully this, I don't need to go run out to the Lego store. I mean, I have no problem running out to the Lego store, but hopefully I don't need to run out to the Lego store to get the pieces that we are missing. First up, we have something with a cape and an evil head. I feel like we actually ultimately have more landfill. It's just landfill that biodegrades more easily than the foil packets. You can win. No, I can't. I never win. All right, so here is our full assortment. It looks like we're starting off with this little Black Knight here. So let's put them together. All right, there we have, so he's not just like a Black Knight, but like a Vampire Knight. He's got little fangs on him. Sort of a little Vlad the Impaler going on here. He's got two faces. We have like, I guess like a full-on Blood Rage face. And then we have a just kind of vampire face. I like the printing. This cape is incredibly stiff. It is like super, super stiff, like way too much sizing in there. Put his helmet on him, thereby obscuring that face. But you do get the nice red eyes. I like the axe. I like that the axe is not... Oh, that's why that looks weird. I like that the axe blades are semi-transparent. There we go. That's a little more even. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really have a use for him in a display. Well, he'll end up in Halloween. That's where he'll end up. Probably either in the Haunted Hayride or over in the haunting area with the Ghostbusters and the Scooby Gang. But yeah, he's definitely going to be destined for Halloween display. Put you back there. But I do like him. He is very nice. Let's move on to number 2. I like the printing on him. It's and you know, you don't get enough horror Legos. You really don't. They don't make enough horror themed stuff. They make lots of adult stuff now. I mean, there's like a Jaws set coming out, but we don't get enough like proper horror. Oh, do we have I think we have our Private Eye. Yep, that is definitely one of the ones I wanted. Another cape. Oh, it's got a neck thing. Maybe that's what I need to find. I'm wanting to build a Hercule Poirot because I want to get that Orient Express set, and I need a Hercule Poirot to go with it. Yes, I know that probably annoys the train collectors. And I've been trying to figure out whether I want to build like the David Suchet, like classic television Poirot, or the more modern Kenneth Branagh Poirot. Because I mean, Branagh's got a, you know, oh, that didn't work at all. Branagh's Poirot has a good look to him, but I mean, I'm just used to, I've seen, you know, like 100 whatever episodes of the David Suchet version. So I mean, he's kind of, in my mind, he's kind of what Poirot looks like. But I wonder if, I think particularly for the Branagh version, oh, I don't like this. I think for the Branagh version, I would need to get like one of these like little shoulder ruffs, because he doesn't seem to wear the hat like Suchet's Poirot did. Poirot, I mean, they both have the mustache. So I'm trying to find all the pieces I need. Oh, this is... My manual dexterity clearly is not up to it today. right, let's get the head on so I can adjust that, because that looks awful. I am probably going to have to fix this once the camera's off. I don't like the way his collar looks at all. What am I doing wrong? Are there instructions for it? There are not instructions for that, because why would there be? You'd have to be an idiot to not know how to put it together properly, but it doesn't. I don't like the way that looks at all. And again, my manual dexterity is just not there today. Well, we'll have to deal with that for now. Yeah, I'm talking all the way through this one, so it's not going to be in the fast forward, obviously, because we're basically done. But I like the little fedora. I wish he didn't have just such an angry look on his face. The fedora doesn't want to go on. There we go. Of course, we have the magnifying glass element, which the neat thing about these, if you've never noticed, the magnifying glass actually does work. It does actually magnify, which is always pretty cool. And of course, being a film noir private eye, he does come with a red herring. Yeah, I like him, but I do not like the way that collar is sitting. It's just not, I've not put it on properly, obviously. And I'll have to take that apart later and fix. Oh, do I have oh no, okay. I thought I had a printing error. No, that's just the front of his jacket there. I thought we had a printing error on the figure. Printing's pretty nice. I mean, it's kind of hard to do a trench coat on a minifigure. And that's kind of part of my issue also with trying to build like the Kenneth Branagh version, is he has like that long coat. At least sometimes he does. And there's really no way to do that in Lego. There's no capes that really like fulfill that need. Yeah, well, that's how he's going to be for now. I really don't like the way that collar is sitting on him, which is a shame, because he's actually one of the figures I wanted the most out of this collection, was the Film Noir Detective. And I just really don't like that collar. I like what they're trying to do with it, and from the front it looks okay. I mean, it looks better in the picture, you know? It's more upright. I mean, actually maybe a little too upright, realistically, but... Still, we've got him. That's 2 down, 10 to go. There are coincidentally 10 more boxes here to open. Let's see. I mean, obviously, if you got duplicates in the same box in the first 2, that would be really, really just awful. Who is number 3? Looks like it's our. I'm not quite sure how to phrase that. So it's our marathon runner. Let's put her together. So there's our marathon runner with 2 prosthetic legs. I think it's the same prosthetic leg we saw on the Echo figure from the Marvel collection. I feel like that's Eleanor Ripley hair, like you could use that hair for doing an Aliens MOC. Obviously, I think I called the Machi, but honestly, I can't really tell. I mean, the hair, also kind of Richard Simmons-y. You could do a Richard Simmons minifigure with that hair. They are runner number 2024, because of course this collection came out in 2024. I do like the inclusion of the prosthetic leg piece. You know, we've had like the peg legs and the robot legs for a long time for like pirates and sci-fi stuff, but something a little more realistic. The runner's blades, pretty cool. I mean, honestly, because yeah, if it wasn't for the unique legs, this would just be kind of an figure. But I feel like that hair could be used, again, if you wanted to do like a Richard Simmons or an Eleanor Ripley, that hair would be perfect for that. And of course, putting them on the little first place block makes them taller than everybody else. So they stand tall above their Lego peers. Let's see who's in box number 4. So ultimately, it's where we open that second box where things get interesting. All right, so we have the Triceratops. Let's get them built. Right before I put the head on, or the helmet on, let's take a look at the 2 faces. We have a big smiley face and, I don't know, kind of a smug, determined face. Don't know how you'd phrase that. But we'll put their little helmet on. Da-da-da, and there we go. There's our little Triceratops. I think we have like a T-Rex from a previous one. No, it probably was a dragon. I think it was a dragon in the like holiday collection from a couple years ago where they had like Sugar Plum Fairy and stuff for Christmas, and they had like a turkey person for Thanksgiving. At least in the US, I would judge that as Thanksgiving, probably just meant to be part of Christmas. And I think they had a dragon one, not a T-Rex, not a dragon. Not bad, very cute. It's another one of the ones that I was looking forward to from this set. It'll go in the Natural History Museum when I build that up. And I was going to say something before I built it, and I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah, it's the second box is where things are going to get a little more stressful, because what if it's the exact same box? Again, in the past, when I've ordered two at the same time, I've been lucky and received two different boxes. But we know from when I didn't order them together that the boxes do contain frequently about the same things, because I bought those two from the original Marvel collection. I bought those two boxes, and I bought like one from Shop Disney and one from LEGO, and only one figure in that second box was not a duplicate of the first box. So hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Here we'll get them all. Looks like next up we have the pet groomer. Let's build them. All right, again, before we put the hair on, let's take a look at both faces. We have kind of like similar smug, determined face we saw on the dinosaur, and then another big cheerful face. We'll do the smug, determined one on this one. Get there, and oh, that is interesting. Is that a cochlear implant? I had heard they had some figures that had them printed on the heads. I didn't know they had them printed on the hair. I thought they were just printed on the heads, because I've seen some on the LEGO Pick-a-Brick that had that printed on them. Huh, that's interesting. So we have an athlete with prosthetic legs, and we have a dog groomer with what I believe it's called a cochlear implant. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments. I was initially going to comment on the fact that, is that another thing you can correct me on the comments, is that an Alsatian? It's a new dog. I definitely haven't seen that dog piece before, so that's pretty cool. I gave her both scissors because it looks like this dog has a lot of hair. She'll need both pairs of scissors just to go all Edward Scissorhands on the dog. Otherwise, printing-wise, I mean, fairly straightforward. Again, I can put her in the pet shop. I have a pet shop in the Modular City that stays up for post-Christmas into spring. So I think she is probably going to end up working there, because the only employee there right now is the one that came with it. So far, I don't have anybody here I'm particularly disappointed. The only thing I'm disappointed in is just the collar on the detective. And I really think that's probably more me than anything else. Finishing off our first box, we have, who are you? You are some sort of athlete, it looks like. The pink hair, who is? Oh, it's the gamer girl, okay. We've had gamer characters before. Let's put together our gamer girl. All right, there's our gamer. Let's take a look at them before I put the head on. We have angrier determined smug face, and then we have sleeping with her mouth open. I like the green lipstick. It matches or it doesn't match, but I think it works well with the headphones. And then we have her bright pink hair, and she's apparently sponsored. Oh, I've covered the hair covers it up. She's apparently sponsored by Vita Rush, which I feel like that's a name we've seen in LEGO before, so that's probably a reference to something. She comes with a keyboard and a mouse, and I don't know, she's part of Team Black Falcon or something. I don't know. But pretty cool. I had that gamer truck they released last year. I was going to put it in the carnival, but there wasn't room for it last year. But that might get put up this year, so she will join them if it does. It comes with an extra mouse and an extra set of headphones. The headphones are a neat piece. I think we've seen them before, though. Possibly in a hidden side or in one of the Dreams sets. I need some more of the Dreams sets. There's a couple sets there I want. I don't know if they'll go into Halloween or where they'll go, but there's a couple more that I do want out of it. All right, let's put you up there. So that's our first box done. We do have half the collection with no duplicates. But now is where it all comes into question. The second box. We have the other 6 figures, and I can call collection 25 or series 25 done. Will we have the same 6 figures, and I will just be annoyed beyond belief that I spent like an extra 30 bucks or 40 bucks, whatever these were, for the exact same characters again? Or will we have some mix that will still result in me having to go to the store and look for more? And they also have those smaller QR codes that do not scan on my phone, so I still can't test that out, which is unfortunate and annoying. Right, well, I think opening this up here is going to let us know how the rest of this video is going to go, or at least as part of the video. If I have to go buy more, there may be a second half to this video, which may or may not be. I guess you can look and tell how much longer there is in this video left, because you're in the future and I'm not. You can look at the rest of the video and see if it seems abnormally long, like it takes, like it's more time left in the video than we've already done by a significant amount. I probably had to go buy more figures. So you can tell, I can't. So, but I'm about to find out. And, oh, that's a good sign. Oh, that's not a fantasy character. Well, maybe it is a fantasy character. I didn't realize that had the, it's a goat. It's just a goat herder. It's not a fantasy character at all. Let's put together our goat herder. So again, before we put on the head, let's look at the goat herder, the head. Why did I say it like that? We have this kind of vague, I don't know, not unhappy face. And then we have them sleepwalking, which we'll do. We'll go sleepwalking, why not? So I have no real use for Mr. Goat Herder here. He does not fit into any of my themes. I think the goat's pretty cool. I think that he comes with what I'm assuming is a piece of goat cheese is pretty cool. Nicely printed. And you could easily use this in a fantasy setting because it does have the little coin purse on his belt there. So I mean, he could just be like a modern day goat herder walking through the hills. I was going to say the woods and the hills at the same time and call it the hoods, which definitely wouldn't work. Walking through the hills with his goat, or goats. You have to buy more goats, I think, if you want to do that. Or he could be, you know, in your medieval village. Goat's nicely made. Got the little bag sack. You can put that spare piece of cheese in there, which will fall out, of course, when I forget that it's there, and like pick these all up in a handful. And of course, the goat will also fall off because he, much like the Alsatian there, the dog, does not fit well there. I need a walking stick for my Poirot figure too, because I think that's one thing that actually is in common with both the Sachet and Branagh versions, is that they do have a walking stick. Walking stick and a mustache. And a well-deserved attitude. All right. So I feel like the goat herder there means that we are probably safe. But obviously I'm wrong, because that is a duplicate character. And I've just dropped the hair. So sadly, that does mean these boxes are more randomized, because we do have a second one of the runner with the prosthetic legs. Put them together. All right, there is our second runner. Let's give them the other face, might as well. Yep, that actually sums it up. The angry face, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now too. Well, so now I'm in a bit of a quandary, since we're going to have to find at least one more figure. Do I want to bother? Because I said when they switched to these things that this might be the end of me being completionist on the collectible minifigures, just because if I can't reliably tell what's in them when I go to buy them in the shop, I may just not bother. But I'll see. I'm going to head over to the LEGO store and see what the QR codes look like there. And if they are the ones that scan, we'll go for it. And if they aren't, I think this is going to be like that when I got that other Marvel box. The first time I bought these boxes, it's going to be only one different character in the second box. All right, there's our second Triceratops. So that means I'm going to be missing at least two. Is there anything else I even really want? I mean, I don't really think... I mean, the mushroom one is cute. The fake Conan there is interesting. The train one is interesting, especially they have an eye patch. The bird one is probably the most interesting. It's also got, I think, unique legs. Or not unique, but different legs. I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. Other than be very, very disappointed. Oh, we do have another different one. So maybe they're more randomized than they have been in the past. All right, so we have, looks like the CrossFit person. Let's put them together. Okay, so here is our little CrossFit person. As you can see from her abs there that she is absolutely ripped. Comes with a kettlebell, sorry, and a bottle of Vita Rush. The same sponsor to our gamer girl there. And yeah, we have like this kind of angry, determined face and the happy, sweaty face. Let's put you over there. I mean, the muscles are interesting. I don't think I have any figures that are like kind of ripped like that. But yeah, not a bad figure. Definitely, not. If I'm gonna not get the full set, that is one I could have skipped on. So the bird one I think is probably the only one we haven't. Again, though, and the mushroom. Bird and the mushroom are the two best that we haven't opened yet. So the second box, we've had 2 dupes and 2 new ones. So I need to at least get 2 more if I want to get all of them. Let's find out where we are here. Oh, we got the train guy. That's good. That's another one of the better of our remainders. Let's put them together. All right, here's our little train kid. I do like that it has the good kid's legs. They do actually bend. Not that you can do much with them in that train body, but they do, which is good. They only have the one face because the hat does not cover the back of the head fully, so there's only one face on here. And the eye patch is interesting. So we have a person with a hearing impairment. We have a person who is a double amputee, and then we have a person who at least has an injured eye. I guess this is the sort of thing that makes people angry and that they're being too inclusive. But I think it's pretty cool. Because I think giving anybody who collects these, but children in particular, a minifigure that they can identify with more is probably a good thing. I think it is. I could be wrong. You're welcome to disagree. You're welcome to keep that disagreement to yourself as well. That's not really something I'm going to discuss with anybody. I like the printed piece here on the front here. That's 25. Obviously referencing that this is Series 25, and apparently the train is Engine 25. The engine itself does feel a little, I don't know, I'd say Cracker Jacky, but I don't think, in my lifetime Cracker Jacks have had actual proper prizes. Even when I was a kid, they were still rub-on tattoos, and I think now they're just QR codes. But it feels, the body feels a little cheap, but put together it looks good. And I think it's just the way the wheels attach maybe that make it feel a little cheap to me. But I like it. Of what was still missing, it is definitely one of the ones I would have won. Ultimately, I would like all of them, but honestly, now legitimately we're missing 3, and I would rather have not gotten CrossFit there if we were going to not get one than the other ones that we're missing. But let's see, are we missing 2 or are we missing 3? Let's open up the last box here and find out. And the answer is that we are missing 3 because we do have another one of our Vampire Knights. So, well, let's put them together. Okay, so I went with the other face this time. Of course, with the helmet on, you can't tell much of a difference. The eyes do look different, but I feel like from a distance, that is going to be lost on pretty much anybody. I don't know, maybe I could swap out their weapon and make it into a different Vampire Knight or I could just have a pair of Vampire Knight guards in the Halloween Village. I can still use them, so that's fine. So out of 12 boxes, we got only 3 dupes, which I guess, I mean, that means literally half that second collection there was duplicates. I still need the mushroom, this weird wyvern thing. It's not a wyvern. Harpy. It's a harpy. And great value Conan there to complete the collection. So, you know, I was planning a trip to the LEGO store anyways, because the weekend I'm recording this, they did actually release, I think I said in Saturday's video that they did not release the promo kit for the Lunar New Year Dragon. I was wrong. They just didn't release it on Friday. I hadn't checked on Saturday morning before posting that video to see if it was actually up or not. It is. It just wasn't there on Friday. The double point started Friday. The Dragon started on Saturday. So I am planning a trip to the LEGO store. I will see what they have. If they have the QR codes that I can scan, we'll try to get our last 3. If they don't, well, you know, I'll come back and tell this. This video is not done. There will be at least a few more minutes, a couple minutes more after this. So I'm going to head to the LEGO store. I'll come back and I'll let you know how it went. See you in a second. I'm back, and like I said, I did go to the LEGO store. And however, they were like exceptionally, the whole mall was exceptionally busy. Like, I mean, unusually busy for the like latter half of January. Now, to be fair, it was like literally bucketing down rain outside when we got there. We like actually had to park in the garage. It was a whole thing. It was a mess parking in the garage. It's part of why I never park in the garage. But I didn't want to have to like walk in the rain to get into the mall, and there was like a line, there was a queue to get into the LEGO store. It was that busy. And they did have the Series 25 minifigures, but they were behind the counter. And given that it was like really like incredibly busy, like you had to wait to get in, and even then, even with them limiting people going in the store, it was still a little hard to move around. The LEGO stores generally aren't very, at least in my experience, LEGO stores aren't generally very big. The Anaheim store being kind of the exception. But to be fair, I've also only been like 2-3 LEGO stores, and I mean 4 if you count the old Sacramento store that's not around anymore. But yeah, the Anaheim store is the one that's actually, I would call, reasonably large. But yeah, they had them behind the counter, and I don't know if they would have been willing to entertain me sitting there scanning codes on these things or not. But I wasn't going to ask. Instead, I bought stuff so I could get the Dragon promo kit for Lunar New Year, and got out of there. So I did not get any minifigures there. However, I then went to Target, and Target had the Series 25 minifigures, and theirs have the big barcode on the bottom. So just if you didn't know what I was talking about, not barcode, QR code. I guess that's actually kind of like a sprite code. That's what it scans as. So yeah, if you're sure I was talking about, that's what I mean about the different size QR codes. And these each seem to have unique QR codes that, what I've read online is accurate, and I've seen lots of people say that it is. These should be the last 3 figures that we need to complete Series 25. So only having had 3 dupes, which, you know, given that we couldn't like do them properly anymore, couldn't like fondle and feel our way to victory, I think is pretty good. So now we'll finish, one way or another, we're finishing this video now by opening these last 3 boxes, because either it's them or it's not. But just for to test the theory, so according to what I have to actually bring up the key for the codes. Okay, so according to what I read online, this one should be the Harpy. This one should be, oh, where'd it go? 59. This one should be the Barbarian. And this one then should be the Mushroom Kid, right? Can we scan? Scan. Did it? It may have gotten a little wet because it's raining. It doesn't want to scan anymore. But it scanned there, and it scanned. Here we go. This one, yeah, that one should be the mushroom sprite. So that'll finish off the collection for us. So let's test that out. Harpy, Barbarian, Mushroom Sprite. We'll start with Mushroom Sprite first because that's the one I think is the coolest of the remaining three. So are these codes correct? Because if so, I mean, that's going to be the key, is to look for those QR codes and scan them with your phone, which is, well, that's what was supposed to be. So this actually may ultimately, you know, I know I talked a lot of stuff about the boxes in the Marvel video, but this ultimately could make it easier to find these than it was to find in the foil packs. All right, let's finish putting together our Mushroom Sprite. There's our Mushroom Sprite. Got a little skirt. Got two faces, a little smiley, kind of smug looking face. And then a really happy face. We're going to use a really happy face because we hopefully have finished this collection in a single video. I do like that is a nice hat. The mushroom hat, because I think we've had mushroom hats before that weren't quite as, I mean, well, detailed, but like weren't as form-fitting in the head. We're just kind of like plopped down. Has a little hole on top too, so you could, like, I don't know, set it on fire? I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. It's not really appropriate for any of my displays. I guess I could put it in the camping display as some sort of forest spirit. It does have the bad kids' legs. They don't bend. That may be a choice because the skirt would get in the way, although we put the good kid legs on Train Boy here, and his legs can't do anything either because he's got a train attached to his body. So I don't know. I have no idea how they make these determinations, but we have the Mushroom Sprite. So this should be, I believe I said, the Barbarian. So it'd be very nice to know we can finish off these this way. And no, this is the Harpy. Okay, well, hopefully that's the Barbarian then. Otherwise, I was totally off. And we'll finish this video on a disappointing front. All right, I'll put it together. All right, there is our Harpy. We come with an extra golden Wolverine claw. Get rid of that. That's actually pretty impressive. I'm kind of more impressed with that than I thought I was going to be. It is a different leg mold than the amputee athlete, but similar in style. But definitely a unique mold. It doesn't have the open foot there. This is the one that's probably going to end up in Halloween. I feel like this would be a good Halloween one. If you did like medieval, like a role-playing same role-playing set sort of thing, this I think would be good for that. You could use it actually as like probably a miniature in role-playing if you had like a Lego role-playing thing you were doing. I don't think I've ever had a minifigure with a hairpiece quite like that, where it's like just going on the very top of the head instead of like all the way around. That's pretty nice. I do like that one. That is, I think I like the Mushroom Sprite best of what I had left, but actually putting it together, I think this one is actually better than the Mushroom Sprite. I may go back and maybe try to find a couple more of these just for Halloween Village, because that's actually a pretty good figure. All things considered. So, last one. This had best be our Barbarian. Otherwise, it's a very, very huge letdown to have all but one figure. Let's find out. And yes, it is our Barbarian. So that is the answer, boys and girls. You do need to just go and find a list of who is what online and go out there and just scan the QR codes. And that actually is a lot faster. It was, I had to go through probably a dozen or so packs to find the three I needed, but it was a lot faster than it was to the old fondling and like, oh no, it's another one of this one, oh, another one of this one, another one of this one. It was a lot easier to do it this way. So maybe silver lining, these boxes aren't so bad after all, as long as you get the ones with the QR codes, because they do seem to say what's in them, provided you know what code means what figure. And thankfully, there are people on the internet who will jump on these things when they come out and get that information for you. So that's great. We're done. We got the collection. Let's look at the... Well, there was like a cartoon series on Fox for about 5 minutes, 5 or so years ago. This kind of makes me think of that guy from that. I think it was another Seth MacFarlane thing. That sword is given very Thundercats vibes to me. It looks like Lion-O's sword. If you're doing like a Thundercats MOC, I feel like that is a good sword to use for that. Hair's a nice sculpt. I do like the faces. Obviously, I've gone with the angrier face. I mean, is it supposed to be a woman? Because I know I've been calling it a like Great Value Conan, but is it supposed to be Great Value Red Sonja? I think maybe just looking at the particularly the non-scowl, like the less scowly face. It looks fairly feminine to me. I'm trying to see like this. They don't have like usually like female minifigures will have like kind of a like here you can see they've sort of swooped in at the sides to give the impression that she has like hips. And they haven't done that with this one, as far as I can tell anyways. But the face does look distinctly feminine to me. I guess it doesn't matter. It's if it's your Lego, you can make them be whatever you want to be. But I think actually this isn't Great Value Conan, it's Great Value Red Sonja. Alright, and that's the whole collection. We only have 3 dupes, and that was just because the boxes unfortunately didn't work this way the way they did with Marvel Studios or with the Disney 100, or I think the last time I did one of these sets, I think I only got 1 box last time. We had a non-licensed set. So, who are my favorites? Well, as much as I really am dissatisfied with the way I've got that collar, because I still haven't fixed it, Private Eye, he's not going to work. My wife suggested using him as Hercule Poirot. He does have the mustache, but the thing is, the Orient Express set is not in black and white, and having this, black and white character in there would look a little odd. So I'm not sure. I think I may still put him in the city. I have the PI office set. I may just put him in that, even though I may put him inside of it, just so you maybe can't see him as much. But I do love the fact, I love the red herring. I love the overall look of him. I would love to see them make a like colorized version, like a Ted Turner version, a colorized version of him. So he's definitely in top 3. The Triceratops is, I think, really impressive looking. Nice sculpt, nice headpiece. Will look great in the Natural History Museum. And 3rd place, I don't know, I'm torn between the Vampire Knight and the Harpy. They're both definitely destined for Halloween. And they're both, I think, nicely built, nicely printed, nicely designed. But I think I'm going to go with the Vampire Knight. I love that helmet. I like the way they did the axe. I love that it's, this kind of like crystalline blood color. The cape is it's like really super stiff. It's the only like real criticism I have of the Vampire Knight. And then like the worst 3, none of them are really bad. I'm going to pick bottom 3. CrossFit would be in the bottom 3. She's not bad, but I could live my life without her. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that this has the prosthetic legs, this would be a bottom 3. Just a runner would not be like a big win for me, but the fact that they've got the prosthetic legs is both, I think, the inclusivity is nice, the design is, and just the design of the legs is nice. I like that. I think with those are the same kind of legs. We had like, one leg on the Echo minifigure, but I really honestly can't I guess Great Value Red Sonja here. I don't have any use for her either. I think she's a nice design though. I like the sword with it and everything, but I don't have a use for her in any of my displays. And I don't know. I mean, I guess in that same vein of thought, the goat herd. I don't dislike the goat herd. I think the goat herd is like really cool. But if I had to get rid of one more, if I had to have one more that had to go into the fires, it would be that one, just because I have no use for it. I think it's a neat piece. I think it looks good. It's nicely printed. I love the goat, but I don't have a use for it. So if I have to pick bottom three, I reluctantly put him there just because I'm even more reluctant to put anybody else there. But then we did it. We finished series 25 in a single video, even though I didn't get everything in those 2 boxes. We do now know that there is a way to determine what's in each of these blind boxes, which is fantastic, fan-flipping-tastic. Love it, love to see it. Love to be able to get what I want. I mean, I know this creates problems because you have people who are going to army build, and I know the Falconer in the last non-licensed series was one I think a lot of people army build with. For me, it was getting the ogre that was hard to find, which another one seems like it would be good to army build with. But yeah, I like the series. It's nice. I am going to have homes for about half of them, so that's good. I mean, some of them are going to just kind of float around, but ultimately, at least half of them are going to end up. I mean, I could put her in the city. I just, I don't. If I didn't have her, I wouldn't feel sad. But we're done. This is long enough. We've got them all. We now know the solution to what's in them. It is a successful video from my point of view, and I'm the only one currently here. So I guess my point of view will be the best point of view for me. I hope you found it interesting though, or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. Let me know in the comments, who is your favorite figure? Who is your least favorite figure? If you had to get rid of 3 of these guys, which 3 would go for you? His collar is like, yeah, that collar is just awful. I really need to work on him. But anyways, yeah, who are your bottom 3? Who are your top 3? Who's your favorite or your least favorite? You don't have to give me 3 of each if you don't want to. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think of these. Let me know what you think of the boxes. For me, the fact that the QR code is scannable, if you can find one to the big QR codes anyways, because Target did have both the big ones and the little ones like I had received. Let me know if you think that, being able to figure out what's in them is a plus. I think it is. I'm not a humongous, I am a fan of blind bags. I'm not a fan of spending $5 a piece and, ending up with like 20 of a character, even one I like. I don't need 20 of the same character. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm wrong. But I thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you did find it interesting or entertaining at all. And I will see you in the next video.